Jon, welcome back to Floor Talk. It's great to have you back.
Thank you so much for having me back. It's an honor to be here.
So you have been very busy since the last time we spoke. Can you share the latest updates and remind our viewers about your mission?
Halcyon is the first company dedicated to stopping the threat of ransomware, right? So it's not just about protecting customers from ransomware. If a ransomware attack happens, it's about recovering them in a way that's so quick that it doesn't create like a catastrophic event for a company. You just deal with it and move on. The big news that we have is we just closed a Series C investment round with Evolution Equity and got a $1 billion valuation, which we're super, super pleased with.
Congratulations, that's
Thank
amazing
you.
news.
Yeah, I mean, we're blown away, but ransomware is such a big problem right now. Genuinely, our growth is only being limited by our ability to scale and meet customers and close the deals.
So tell me, how are you planning to use this funding and stand apart in the crowded cybersecurity space?
We're going to continue to invest deeply in the product, right? Where ransomware is a really dynamic moving threat. And the second you put an obstacle in front of them, they start figuring out how to engineer past it. So our idea is if we continue to engineer new technologies, new features, you're always going to be essentially an obstacle in front of these guys that kind of breaks their ROI, right? They're running a business. They're trying to make as much money as possible. And if it's too difficult to hack someone, this may sound a little crazy, they go away. They'll actually give up and go hack somebody else. So that's a core part of it. The other core part is growing our GTM, building our sales team, increasing our marketing, really getting the brand out there so people understand that Halcyon is the ransomware expert in the industry. We have more people focused on it, doing research, taking apart their techniques, tracking the groups, figuring out who they are, who they're targeting, and then how to protect yourself against it.
So we know ransomware is surging with over $1 billion paid in ransoms last year, alongside rising lawsuits and regulatory penalties. So are businesses prepared to combat this threat?
Yeah, so the interesting thing is the $1 billion in losses is what the industry has seen people pay them, right? So that's the money that actually goes to the ransomware groups. The cost of recovery is exponentially larger than that. We're talking tens, maybe even hundreds of billions of dollars. A great example is United Healthcare. They got ransomware. The ransom they paid was, I think it was like $22 million. It cost them $1.6 billion to recover from the attack.
Now, ransomware attacks disrupt healthcare, banking, energy, and food supply chains. So how can we mitigate their impact on the economy and daily life?
That's genuinely what we were built to do, right? I think out of all of those, the biggest threat is really healthcare, where there are groups out there that are specifically targeting hospitals for ransomware. And every time they do it, they kill people. And it's not something as transparent as someone's hooked up to like a life support machine, that machine gets ransomed and they die. It's these second order problems where a hospital's ransomed and someone's in an ambulance and they won't take them. So they have to go to a farther hospital, or you have a life-saving surgery that's scheduled and they have to cancel it and reschedule you. And there are literally dozens of people that are dying every year just from these attacks. And the problem's kind of twofold. There's a technological issue, right? Which is the ransomware attackers have figured out how to subvert the current best-in-class security stack, right? All the security companies that we know and love and have been out for years and years and years, the attackers have so much money and such high skills and such high motivation that they're able to actually engineer past what these security companies have built. And that's why we built Halcyon, to address that. The other side of the problem is there's essentially no consequence, right? If you don't live in the United States or a first world nation, you can very much get away with ransoming people, even if they know who you are, right? So as this continues to go kind of unchecked, both technologically and then financially, legally, the problem just keeps compounding and getting worse.
Well, it's been wonderful to talk with you again, Jon. Congratulations on your Series C fundraise.
Appreciate it. I'm super excited to be here. Love to come back anytime you'd have me.
Well, you're always welcome.
Thank you.